Good morning, guys. So I was out here today changing the blade on the mill and everything, and I noticed I've got a crack right here in this belt. It's pretty bad. Look at that thing. So before that thing breaks and causes me a whole bunch of trouble, I'm going to go ahead and change it. Now on this 2019 model HM130 from Woodland Mills, you have to loosen up the 4 bolts on the bottom of the engine. And then there's a tensioner bolt underneath there. You got to loosen that up. Move the engine physically over to the side to loosen up this belt. Then take your belt off. Yeah, I could cut the belt and take it off, but there's no sense in that. I need to use this belt to measure for the new belt. When I go to O'Reilly's or whatever, the auto parts store, to get another belt for it. It's a BX79. I'm sure I could probably call them and have them cross-reference a BX79. Typically I buy these belts off of Amazon, but yeah, I'm not gonna wait for Amazon to bring me a belt here in a few days. I should already had one on order and had it here, so I would already have it, right? Hindsight's always 20/20. All right, guys, so a couple of things I got to take care of on this side of the sawmill is, well, number one, the pull cord. This is some 550 cord that I put on here several months ago, and it's really starting to degrade a little bit, and as you can see, it doesn't reel back up in there, so we're gonna have to fix that here in a little bit. But first I am changing the belt because of the crack you guys seen in it. And so a couple of tools here. One special tool is an 11/16 right here that's cut off, or if you got a stubby. I don't have any stubbies. I just take old wrenches like this, chop them off, and so anyways, that fits in here. You can get it between the battery box and the engine, so you can loosen up those bolts. I've already loosened up these bolts on here. Now I've got a deep well 11/16 right here that I'm going to put on the tensioner bolt and back that thing off so I can scoot the engine and get the belt off there. Now we can just push the engine over like that. All right, guys, so now we push the motor over. We should be able to roll this belt right off this pulley here, just like that right there. Take this into town and have them match it up and get us a new one. All right, guys, so now we have an 8mm socket right here on my 1/4" drive ratchet. That'll fit these 3 bolts right here. Let's take those off and pull this whole thing out of here. You guys might be wondering why I got this thing upside down so that the name reads upside down. Well, that's basically so that the output right here of the cord, as you pull it through here, is actually facing towards the operator side. I don't know why they don't just spin that sticker around, but yeah, it is what it is. Use a little screwdriver attachment thing here. Kind of speeds things up a little bit. That just comes straight off like that right there. All right, there's the spring. I think I see what's going on here. Well, for one, there's a whole bunch of sawdust in here. But for two, the spring right here, you can see that's not how it should look. This right here should be bent all the way around like that right there, and it should be probably wrapped around that thing that looks like it's broke off. So it kind of looks like something broke in there. There you go. That little piece of plastic broke off of there. I hit it a little too hard or something, I guess. Yanked on it too hard. Well, that's not very good. Dadgummit. I really almost hate to take this thing out. Talk about a nightmare. I think what I need is some needle nose pliers to bend that around to get that to stay in that spot a little better, because that's what's happening. That thing is not able to stay held in place, and so it's backlashing on it. So yeah, I'm gonna see if I can work on that a little bit and get that fixed so I don't have to order another one of these from Kohler, because that, I don't know, that could be a little expensive. All right, guys, here's what I did. So right here, this piece of spring that was bent around, I bent it back around, and I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go look for a screw, see if I can just drive a screw down in there to help hold that in place, and that should fix it up. We just wanna make sure that it's at least down below flush on this right here, so it's not messing with anything. So I'm gonna set this down. I'm gonna go look for a screw for this thing. So. Okay, I got the little the Foliv cordless Dremel thing right here, and I got my bits. We take this this sharpening stone bit out of here, and let's see, which one do I want to try? I think I'll try this one because it's got a square shoulder on it. That might be helpful. Right, so I'm just going to trim that plastic down a little bit, and then the stone grinder, I might have to use that to kind of grind that head of that screw down a little bit to get things flush. So let's give her a shot here, guys. I need to get y'all in here a little bit closer. Don't worry, guys, I don't have a warranty on this sawmill anymore, so yeah. Let's see if we can get this screw in here. All right, so I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's just barely above flush right there. So just so that's not grinding on nothing when I, spin this thing to, start it. I'm just gonna take that this little grinding stone right here. It's a stone. We're gonna just knock that down a little bit. But yeah, I think this is gonna work, guys. Super awesome. A little bit of modification, some aftermarket modification here, guys. Because right now, I've only got a couple of days before I've got to be out there at Crazy Ed's to build his cabin, and I need this mill up and running right now. I can get another one of these on order, but it'll take several days, to get it shipped in, so I just don't have time to wait, so I'm modifying it, getting this thing back up and running. All right, so I ground a little bit off of that. It looks like it's pretty well flush. Let's see if it works. Let's go ahead and wrap our cord up on here a little bit. Get our housing over here. And we should be able to just place this down on that and then spin it to locate it. All right, it located that spring, got in place. Now, take this little housing and the bolt. Let's get this thing put on there. All right, now we just need to wind the spring. All right, the way you do that is you bring the cord up out of the pull-through hole right there, and right here you've got this notch right here in the pulley. Bring that around, and you bring your pull cord up through that. All right, let's pull a little excess up here. All right, where you got it like this right here, you got that cord through there, and I keep dropping the handle and it pulls on it. All right, so now we're gonna wind this counterclockwise. Just several times. Drop it back down inside that pulley. Pull your cord through like so, kind of get the twist out of it and everything. And at the same time, I'm holding this pulley from spinning with my left hand here. Now we just let it pull that cord back in. Check that out, guys. Heck yeah, that's how you fix stuff, guys. You just gotta think outside the box sometimes. I don't know. This stuff right here kind of comes naturally to me, because I've been taking stuff apart ever since I was a little kid. Ask my mom. I used to get in trouble for taking things apart just to see how they work, what made them tick, and that's how I know how to fix things, guys. So, parents, if your kids are interested in taking things apart, let them do it. I mean, as long as it's not your Tesla or something like that. I mean, you might wait until they're at least teenagers to let them do something like that. But yeah, anyways, that's how you fix stuff, guys. You gotta just be, ingenuitive, I guess is maybe the word for it. I don't know, maybe I just made that word up, but I got it fixed. I will be getting another cord for it instead of using this paracord. The paracord has been on here probably, I don't know, 6 months or so, which isn't terrible, but I think the other cord lasts a little bit longer. So anyways, let's get this put back on there and see how it works. All right, now we're ready to put this back on. And I just put it on exactly upside down because that's a nice way to pull it right there. I mean, if you have it upright like this, you're basically got to go over to the other side of the mill and reach through here, and there's a stud, or the end of a bolt sticking out right there. That's not very comfortable to hit your hand on. This right here works great for me. I can start it right there from the operator side, and you're not pulling it backwards. Okay, that's kind of a big thing too, is it's coiled this way and it wants to naturally come out that way, and if you got it over there, it's just pulling it completely backwards. So I don't know why they don't send them out already like this right here. Let's get these couple of bolts in here, leave that one loose, and just get all 3 of them in there nice and loose. Let's see, next one goes here. And that way, if you leave them loose, it's easier to get them all lined up. And then on your last one, snug them down. All right, now I'm gonna get the ratchet so I can snug it down a little bit more. That way it doesn't back off from vibration. Don't crank it too hard. You don't want to strip it out. All right, there we go. Well, I think it's ready to fire up. I mean, we don't have a belt on there, but that's not a big deal. Put it on choke, fuel's on, keys on. There you go, guys. Just like that. Smash that thumbs up if you would. We'll see you later. Bye.